Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, as you can see, I am back playing in the Empty Space Survival World here. And you could also probably see behind me that I have a bit of a to-do list set up here. And so if I real quickly just fly over here, you can see I want to get a few things done in today's video here. So as you can see, the first thing I want to get done in today's video is I want to build up the rest of the base, as I didn't get a chance to finish all of it in the last video. So I want to get that done today. And the second thing I want to do is build up a solar panel array thing to, generate power for the base and stuff. And the third and fourth thing that I want to do is I do want to build up a mining ship and then test it out to see if it works. And yeah, with the mining ship actually, I did build up a mining ship off camera the other day. So I already do have a bit of a mining ship set up for this series, you could say. And honestly, I think it's actually a pretty cool mining ship because it's a design that I've never used before. And with components I've also never used before. So I think it'll be quite interesting. Anyways though, before I get into today's video real quickly, I just want to apologize for not uploading recently. I just haven't had a lot of time recently to upload and record videos or whatever, for IRL reasons and stuff. So yeah, with that out of the way now, I think I can get into today's video. And so number one on the to-do list here is getting done the base. So in this case, that would be the O2H2 generator. I would say the medbay, but I don't have enough silver to do that. And the custom turret controller. So there's honestly not that much left to complete as far as the base goes. So yeah, you know what? Even if I just go to here, add these two things to build planner, and just quickly put these things into production. So if I go over to here, and I think it's shift middle mouse, there you go. So with all that now in production, all I have to do now is just pretty much wait for all the materials to be constructed, and I can build these two up. Oh no, wait, hold on, that won't be possible because I think in the last video, if I remember correctly, I think I ran out of materials. Here, if I just go into production, yeah, I'm out of everything. So I think the first thing I'm gonna actually do in today's video is I'm gonna take the Lone Ranger here. That's what I named it in the last episode, by the way. Is I'm gonna take the Lone Ranger here and mine up a ton of stone and then get it refined before I do anything else. Alrighty here, so I just spent the last few minutes here gathering up a ton of stone. And so actually, if I just go into my inventory here and search up stone, you can see I got over 100,000 here, so I think that should keep us going for quite a bit of time here. And so now, if you just give me a minute here, I'm gonna park the Lone Ranger and get everything all set up for refinement and assembling. Alrighty here, so I just got everything set up here in production. So, I got this done earlier here. But now I have stone being refined here. I did turn off the assembler though temporarily, just so it's not refining and assembling at the same time. But yeah, so I have all that set up now, and I think I just have to wait a few minutes for the stone to be refined into the materials. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the next few minutes here. Yeah, I don't think there is really anything else I can do until then. So yeah, I'm just gonna basically sit here and wait for a few minutes until that's done. Alright, so I've been waiting here for the past few minutes now. And so if I quickly just go into here, yeah, it seems like it refined a bit of stone here. So if I just go into here and turn on the assembler again, it should start doing things. Yeah, it looks like I have enough materials to craft everything. So now I need to wait some more for everything to be crafted now. Oh, shoot. I have no oxygen. That is not good. That is not good. Anyway, I was about to say, guys, that I have everything all assembled, and now I can go ahead and weld everything back up. So now if I go to the O2H2 generator here, for example, I can go ahead and just quickly weld it up here. And just like that, it is all nice and finished, and I can move on over here to the custom turret controller. And I'm not going to weld it up all the way because I'm just lazy like that. And so now with that done, I am now going to weld up these two things right here, the hinge and rotor here, so I can get a solar panel thing right here. If that makes sense anyway. So that's kind of the plan for right now. I'm just going to go ahead, make sure there's nothing left in my build planner, and quickly go ahead and get all that queued up. There we go. With all that now queued up and everything, I think I can just go back down to here and place everything into production. And so just like that, I am now going to have to sit here and wait again for a few minutes for everything to be constructed. Alright here, so I think everything is done assembling because the assembler just turned off. So I think if I go to here, and I think it's control middle mouse. There you go, I collected, I think, everything. So now if I just go back up here, I can now weld up both the advanced rotor and the hinge. Alright, and just like that, I got everything assembled. It did take a couple trips back and forth there, but nothing too bad. And so now with that all assembled, I think I'm going to put hinge lock and rotor lock on just so it isn't moving around as I'm placing down the solar panels and everything. And so the way we can do that is if we go into here and just search up hinge and rotor, we can go to here and turn on hinge lock right there at the bottom, and we can do the same thing for the rotor, just like this. And so now the hinge and the rotor won't move around as I'm, building up on it. And so I think the way I'm going to do this here is I'm going to expand this out. I think a solar panel is 4 blocks long. Yeah, there you go. It's only 4 blocks long. So I want it to be 2 solar panels long, if that makes sense. And I'm not really sure how wide yet, but definitely a few solar panels in each direction. Alright here, so just laid out a bit of a line here. And so what I did actually is I put 4 on each side, but then 1 block in the middle here. And that's for the camera, to move around and do stuff, because without the camera, the turret controller won't actually work. So that's where that's going. But anyway, if I go ahead and get my solar panel here, you can see that it fits it like really nicely, like right there. And yeah, I think having a couple solar panels on there kind of like that looks really cool. And like, what is that, 8 solar panels? So I think that'll generate a ton of electricity on its own. And you know what, actually, just for aesthetic reasons, I think I am just gonna put some blocks here, just to make it look better. Alright, so real quickly here, I did notice a bit of a flaw with it. So I noticed that it is kind of short, and with the way it was before, if it tilted forwards, it would have actually hit the base, and that would have caused a few problems. So what I've done to fix it, I think, was I just took the 4 solar panels on the bottom there and put them on the top here. So we still have a total of 8 solar panels, but just in a different configuration here that I think will work still pretty well. And yeah, you know what? From here, I'm just going to go to here and add 8 solar panels here to the build planner, as you can see. And so from there, if I just go to the refinery here, or it could be really anywhere, just shift middle mouse, go into there, put everything into production like that. And now all I have to do is just wait some more for things to be constructed. Alrighty here, so just heard the assembler turn off. And as you can see here, I collected as much stuff as I can get, and the rest of it is right here. So now we can go ahead and weld up all the solar panels here, as you can see, just like that. And it looks like I'm going to be doing this for a few minutes here now. Alrighty here, so just finished welding up all the solar panels here, and luckily enough, the solar panels are in direct sunlight of the sun here. And so actually, if we go into the control panel here, we can actually search up solar panels, and we can see that they're producing about 122 kilowatts each, which is pretty good. And I think all I gotta do now is add on a camera and configure it. So if I just go into the G menu and look up camera, which seems to look like I cannot build it at the moment, but why? Alright, so just figured it out, and I think the problem is I need to build up a battery in order to unlock it, which doesn't make sense though, because I've already built up an advanced rotor and hinge and stuff. That didn't seem to do anything. Anyways, it needs to be done anyways, because I do have a battery located right here that does need to be built up. So I can just go to right there, add it to build planner, and just go ahead and get that all constructed there. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait a few minutes for that to happen now. Alrighty here, so I just heard the assembler turn off, which means I think all of the components to construct the battery have been assembled. So if I just go to here and do that, and yeah, I think I already know this is going to take a few trips going back and forth here. So I'm just going to be going ahead and doing this for the next few minutes. Alright, and just like that, I have myself a fully functioning battery. So now if we just go ahead and look in here, you can see it fully recharged in 50 minutes. Which is pretty good actually, I think. So now I think with the battery constructed here, I think I can go to here and search up camera and actually have a camera available to me. Which means I can just go to here and place one down. I think I'm going to place it up here. Now I'm not sure if the direction matters, but there you go. And I think, can I just construct it? I can just construct it, so there you go. With that constructed now, if I go down to the custom turret controller here. Okay, so I think the way this works is, so assign rotor here. I think that'll be the advanced rotor. And then this would be the hinge, and then this the camera. And so then from here, I think always point at sun. And then I have to take the rotor and hinge off. Rotor and hinge lock, so just go ahead, turn that off, and then do the same thing for the hinge. Just go ahead and turn, whoa, that, okay, that was violent. Okay, that was, what happened? Okay, this is not going very well. You know what? I'm just gonna put rotor and hinge lock back on, and we're going to ignore that. Because I mean, I don't really know what in the heck happened. Oh, you know what happened? Okay, so, you know... Okay, I think I know what happened anyways. So, the hinge. I think it was the hinge. So the way I had it set up before, right? What I think happened is instead of bending forward like I thought, it bent backwards too much and then started doing weird things there. So is anything like seriously damaged? Well, I think all the solar panels are damaged. You know what? I am going to just grind this down and deal with it later because I do want to get the mining ship done in this video. I mean, I could sit here and try and fix it, but that's going to take a while and I don't really have a while. So like I said, just going to grind it down and move on to the next thing. Deal with this in the next video. Alrighty here, so I just went ahead and real quickly built up a bit of a platform here. Just something temporary to build up the miner with. So if I go into here and go into projectors here, I can go ahead and find the blueprint and then rearrange it and then show you guys. Alrighty here, so I just finished setting up the projection of the mining ship here, and so I am going to turn around here in a few seconds and show you guys, like right now. And so yeah, I think this mining ship looks pretty cool, and it's also a very different design than what I'm used to building. And I think it actually has a few pretty cool features on it. So, number one of the cool features, I think, are the two survival kits I have on it. And now, the reason why I have two survival kits on it is, let's say you're mining up a ton of stone or whatever, but you don't quite want to get rid of it. What you can do is you can turn on these survival kits and get them to refine the stone into, iron, silicone, nickel kind of thing to save on weight and space, but also still getting the material from it. And so I think that's a pretty cool system I have set up there. The second system I have set up here, it's not really a cool system, but I think it's a pretty cool ejection system I have set up here. And so you can see here I have a ton of ejectors set up here, ready to eject a ton of stone if needed. And then the last thing I have on here, which I think is pretty cool, is the action relay from the new Signal DLC. And I mean, this is a bit of a teaser, but the ship that I've constructed for this series actually does use the new Signal update stuff. So I have the action relay on there for reasons. I'll show you guys, when we get to that point in the series. But it is pretty cool what it does, at least in my opinion. Anyway, apart from that, everything is pretty standard. It's got 2 batteries, an O2H2 generator, 2 hydrogen tanks, a hydrogen engine, and yeah, that's about everything really. It's got 2 large thrusters here, so enough thrusters on all sides to get the job done, I would think. It's got spotlights everywhere, so yeah, I think it'll get the job done really nicely here. But now I just have to construct everything here, which is gonna take quite a while too by hand because I don't have a welding ship yet. Which I am gonna have to build one of those if I am gonna be building the big ship that I want to build for this series. But that's like way later, that's future me problems. But for right now, I am gonna have to weld this up by hand, which shouldn't be too bad. It's not that big a ship. But yeah, I'm going to be stuck doing this now for the next few minutes. And you know what? I'll update you guys when I'm done kind of welding up the middle part here. So like the engine, the batteries, all the way up to the cockpit here. When I'm done all that, I'll update you guys on that. So yeah. Alrighty here. So quick update. So I did finish up a little bit of the ship here. So I welded up both the hydrogen tanks and cargo containers here, as you can see. I welded up the engine, both batteries, the O2H2 generator, both of the survival kits, and I'm almost done welding up the cockpit here, as you can see. So I think everything is going really well. It's honestly not taken me that long. I thought it'd take me longer. So it's going pretty well so far, and I'll update you guys when I am finished welding everything up. Alrighty here, so I just finished welding up the entire mining ship. And so here's what it looks like fully welded here. So it looks like this, which I think is pretty cool. It's kind of like the blueprint, but it's real now, which I think is pretty cool. I also welded on this. So now there's somewhere for it to connect there, which is really nice. And yeah, this took me too long. It took me like over an hour to weld, which is stupid. I thought I would be finished this sooner, because I don't have time to test this out now. I mean, I'm out of time now. Anyways, so now what I can do is I can now grind off this metal grid right here, or this armor block right here. And now it is detached, like fully detached. And so also, by the way, real quickly, if you're wondering how I got hydrogen into this, to make it long story short, I took the respawn pod, flipped it upside down, and connected it to the under of it. Yeah, just long story. Anyways, so it has hydrogen and everything in it. Looks like I still need to craft up a few things, but honestly, I'm too tired to give a crap right now. So anyway, if we just go ahead and move this over to the connector, it should be connected to the base, and yeah, there we go. So we can just go ahead and do that, connect it to the base, and it's all right now, which is great. And like I said before, guys, I am out of time now, so this is going to be the end of the video here. And so just to quickly summarize what we did today, or what I did today. So what I did was I built up the rest of the base and then attempted to build up a solar panel, but you know, that kind of blew up in my face quite literally. And then I built up the mining ship and did not test it, but that is something that I am going to do in the next video here, guys. So anyway, yeah, this is the end of the video here. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you could please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you did enjoy my content. It really helps me out a lot. And thank you for watching my video again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.